Goedenavond, ik ben Rosa Vicente van het Spaans Verkeersbureau en ik heet u welkom naar de derde en laatste inspiratieavond over de Spaanse culturele routes.
Goedenavond, mijn naam is David de Smit. Inderdaad de derde en voorlopig laatste avond, Rosa. Jammer, maar heel leuk. En gelukkig hebben we de afgelopen twee uitzendingen ook weer heel veel vragen en opmerkingen gekregen. We gaan een hoop doen weer vanavond. We gaan eerst even terugkijken en dan hebben we weer twee mooie routes op de planning.
Op de planning, zeker.
Voor de gebruikers, voor de kijkers, superleuk dat jullie er zijn. Op YouTube en Facebook kunnen jullie in de livestream ook vragen stellen. Die zullen we straks ook aan onze sprekers gaan stellen. Daarbij is het misschien leuk om te beginnen met routes die we de afgelopen avonden hebben.
Zeker, dat gaan we doen. De afgelopen weken hebben wij 3 routes gehad. De 5 die de groep de Spaanse culturele routes vormen. We hebben de prehistorische rock art trails gehad met verschillende routes. We hebben de zilveren route gehad, die loopt vanaf Sevilla naar Gijón. En we hebben de Way of the Fit, ik lees gewoon wat op de kaarten staat, zodat het duidelijk is. Die gaat vanaf Burgos tot aan Murcia. 3 routes die vol geschiedenis, gastronomie, landschap en leuke dingen staan. Maar we hebben nog 2 in petto. En dat zijn de routes, want het zijn ook een groep routes van Karel V, waar is die onze vorige koning heeft allemaal gereisd in Spanje. En de laatste, maar niet de laatste, is Caminos de Pasión in het zuiden, in Andalucía. Ook een heel bijzondere route. Dus we gaan meteen beginnen met Alicia. Gaan wij verwelkomen. Alicia López is verantwoordelijk voor de route Karel V. En die spreken we, die zit in Extremadura. Hallo Alicia, welkom. Welcome.
Hello. Good afternoon, Rosa. Good afternoon, David. Thank you very much to invite us to this event and give us the opportunity to show our route. My name is Alicia López and I work for the route of Charles V. 9 times I was in Germany, 6 in Spain, 7 in Italy. I came to Flanders on 10 occasions, etc., etc. This is a part of the speech given by Charles V on at his abdication and reflect the traveler character of the emperor. With this philosophy was born our international association, declared European Cultural Route by the Council of Europe in 2015. Nowadays, we have presence in 11 countries from Europe, North Africa, and Iberoamerica. But today, I'm going to show you the Spanish route of Charles V. And the best way is by this video. I hope that you enjoy it.
We zijn benieuwd.
Good morning, my name is Quintín Correas. I am the manager of the European route of Emperor Charles V. I am standing at the place where Emperor Charles V, the central figure of our route, chose to spend his last day, the Royal Monastery of Yuste in the town of Cuacos de Yuste in Extremadura. The European route of Emperor Charles V has been declared a cultural route by the Council of Europe, and they bring together more than 60 cities and sites from 11 European, North African, and Ibero-American countries. The European route of Emperor Charles V in Spain consists of 6 routes that focus on historical moments of great significance in the life of the Emperor Charles V, which offer a rich artist, cultural, and gastronomic heritage. The first route is the first trip to Spain, when Charles V was still a prince, and follow the steps when he arrived to Spain.
Charles V travelled from Flanders to the village of Tazones to take possession of the Peninsular Kingdoms. Upon his arrival, he came into contact for the first time with the land of his Hispanic ancestors. His first journey across the Iberian Peninsula took him through Asturias, Cantabria, and Castile. There, he visited the town of Tordesillas, where his mother, Joanna of Castile, resided, and he also stopped by the town of Mojados, where he met his siblings Ferdinand and Eleanor. This particular route offers you the chance to discover the beach and the towns of Tazones and Villaviciosa, as well as its stunning landscapes while tasting its craft cider. You can also visit San Vicente de la Barquera, which is a town located between the sea and the mountains, or you may also relax on the banks of the River Duero and listen to its gentle babble while gazing at the greatness of Tordesillas. You can take a tour of the village of Mojados, which is the only village that can boast of the encounter between two emperors. Finally, you can stop over in Valladolid, the Spanish city in which the emperor resided most during his stays on the peninsula.
The second route is the coronation of Emperor Charles V. On this occasion, the emperor traveled the north of Spain from Barcelona to Santiago de Compostela on the way to his coronation in Aquisgrán.
Even though he was in a hurry to be crowned as Holy Roman Emperor, he needed money, and for this reason he convened the Cortes of Castile Parliament in March 1520 in the capital of Galicia, Santiago de Compostela. Once he achieved his goal, he set sail for Flanders in May of that same year. History, tradition, and landscapes all come together on a route that runs through the towns and villages in which the emperor stopped by before he left for his coronation. This route starts in Barcelona and then passes through La Rioja, where the traveller can enjoy its spectacular vineyards and the magic of the city of Logroño. The route then goes on through the region of Castilla and León, passing by Burgos, which is a city of legend, to finally arrive in Galicia, first to Santiago, and then heading to La Coruña, where this journey through the north of the peninsula comes to an end.
The third route followed the roads taken by Charles V and Isabel de Portugal to Sevilla, where they celebrated their marriage at the Real Alcázar in 1526.
In order to meet his bride-to-be, the emperor departed from Toledo. The future empress did so from her hometown, Lisbon. She was set to marry Charles of Habsburg in the city of Seville. This city witnessed the imperial union. Then the couple traveled to Granada, where they spent their honeymoon in the Alhambra. In this route, the starting point, the journey, and the destination all share majesty and beauty in equal measure. It starts and ends in a UNESCO World Heritage Site, kicking off in the cities of Toledo and Granada, the latter being home to the Alhambra and the Generalife. It then ends in Seville, which is a flagship city in the history of our emperor, as we've heard before. The route recreating the empress's journey takes us through the most medieval and authentic Portugal, and also through the city of Badajoz of the imperial grandees. There are many other places to be visited and enjoyed at leisure in this route.
Our fourth tour is known as the Emperor's Last Journey. The end was near, and a tired and ailing emperor decided to abdicate in favor of his son Philip and his brother Ferdinand. The monastery of Yuste awaited his retirement, far from the great centers of conflict and power.
He landed in Laredo, in Cantabria, and then he arrived in Jarandilla de la Vera, in Cáceres, where he stayed in the castle of the Counts of Oropesa before his final retreat to Yuste. This gave Charles V a last chance to travel through Castilian lands and to cross the Sierra de Gredos mountain range until he reached the warm and quiet region of La Vera, where he would die in the monastery of Yuste on September 21st, 1558. After landing in Laredo, the emperor crossed Cantabria, taking roads of natural beauty. He passed through the lands of Castilla and Leon and its majestic cities. He then arrived in Extremadura via Tornavacas in order to reach Jarandilla de la Vera. There, he stayed for a few months in a castle owned by the Count of Oropesa. He stayed there until the final completion of the building works of his palace, which was attached to the monastery of Yuste. While he was there, he enjoyed at all times spectacular landscapes and tasted superb wines and a cuisine worth of emperors.
The route of the Order of Saint Jerome, Yuste Guadalupe. The Order of Saint Jerome hosted Charles V in his final days at the Royal Monastery of Yuste.
This route connects two Order of Saint Jerome monasteries which played an important role in the life of the emperor. On the one hand, the Royal Monastery of Yuste, and on the other hand, the Monastery of the Virgin of Guadalupe, which Charles V visited on several occasions, and one of them in the company of his sister Eleanor, future Queen of France. This journey will take you from Yuste to Guadalupe, from one Order of Saint Jerome monastery to another, from one place of grandeur and seclusion to another, from a National Heritage Site to a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Finally, the maritime routes. It highlights the most important Mediterranean seaport in the imperial age.
This route links the most important seaports during the time of Charles V in the southern Mediterranean area of Spain, Italy, and North Africa. Here we would like to highlight Cartagena and Melilla. Cartagena was the base for the imperial galleys and it controlled the traffic in the southern Mediterranean. These are two Mediterranean cities that will delight any visitor.
Having presented the routes, now we need to introduce you to one of the resources that make the route of Emperor Charles V a different way of experiencing cultural tourism.
I'm referring to those places where the presence of the emperor is remembered in the form of historical reenactments in which hundreds of people participate. These celebrations are powerful elements of revitalization for the towns developing them, so it's essential to visit and get to know them.
We couldn't finish this presentation without offering you a way to turn your trip into Emperor's Stay, thanks to our partner companies of the Charles V Tourist Product Club.
Staying in one of our imperial lodges, buying agri-food products, or visiting our network of museums will certainly make your visit to any of our routes unforgettable. But we wanted to bring your attention to the imperial kitchens. Charles V was a man who appreciated the pleasures of good food. Indeed, he liked to eat a lot and he liked to eat well. And there are many testimonies that recorded this fact. The Imperial Kitchens Initiative aims at transporting you to the Renaissance era thanks to a series of menus which are steeped in history, tradition, and filled with good delicacies. You'll be able to feel like an emperor, savoring dishes based on recipes that Charles V himself tasted.
If you prefer to visit us at your own pace, with a camper van, by bike or hiking, or if you prefer complete package holiday, don't hesitate to visit our website when you will find everything you are looking for. Experience history in a different way enjoy Spain from a novel point of view, learn about the Charles V routes.
Mooi, Rosa.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. Alicia.
Lizzie,
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Actually, I think this is the most extensive route we've been covering so far, right? So actually, I have a bunch of questions coming in for you. But before we do that, laat ik nog heel even teruggaan op wat we de afgelopen 2 keren namelijk ook hebben gedaan. En dat is een win-element wat wij hierin toevoegen. Want net als de laatste 2 keren gaat vanavond na de tweede presentatie weer een quiz live. Vorige keer ook weer bijna door 100 mensen gedaan.
Meegedaan.
Ook leuk hoor. Ook daar pittige vragen. Dus,
Het was heel pittig. Ik had het niet goed. ik had het niet gewonnen.
Ik ben er niet eens aan begonnen. Dus hieronder de website waar u straks heen kan om de quiz te doen. Ook nu weer mooie prijzen. De prijswinnaar van vorige week wordt morgen bekendgemaakt.
Morgen bekendgemaakt via de e-mail en nog 2 tweede plaatsen. Dus er zijn nog een klein beetje meer winnaars dan 1.
Ah, oké, heel leuk. En de prijzen vanavond?
En de prijzen ook een bon van El Mercado. Zeg maar, de eerste prijs is €100 bon. Dus dan kan je een heerlijke Spaanse maaltijd benutten daarmee. Okay. En een paar cadeautjes van die routes die wij hebben gezien. Van Via de la Plata en van... wat was die andere?
Vorige week?
Ja? Even opfrissen.
Nee, de route de la Cite, hè? De Cite.
La Ruta del Cid. Ja. Precies, heel goed.
Ja, goede test. Ik ga de quiz zo ook doen, want ik ga nu beter opletten inderdaad. Alicia.
Tell me.
So this is so last 2 weeks we did cover some of the travel arrangements, right? So what is the best way to discover the routes? And like I said, because this is not just one route, you're basically pretty much seeing everything
in Spain,
inside of Spain, which is actually wonderful, right? Because this is a really great way to experience everything that Spain has to offer. So how do I make my travel arrangements? Should I do a route every vacation, or can I make a combination? Where should I travel to? Can you explain us or tell us a little bit how the best way is to do that?
Yes, as you said, our routes are huge. We have a lot of places in Spain. So, for example, we make these little bit routes because for us for our visitors is easier to visit. For example, if you want to visit one of the largest routes, you need more or less 7 or 10 days to be in a relaxed way.
Okay.
And if you want to organize your travel, you can both by 2 ways. In our website, you can find all the information about accommodation, travel, airports, all you need to prepare your travel. And on the other side, you can buy a package, a tourist package, because we have a collaboration with tour operators that have a full package about Charles V.
Wow.
Okay.
And so we know from experience there's also quite a lot of travel agent professionals watching the broadcast. Is that also the way for them to get the information to inform their clients?
Mm-hmm. How do you say that? How is
travel
the way?
agents, can they contact you when they got questions or?
We in 2 or 3 weeks we will have a new website specialized in tourism in the route of Charles V, And if you you can access directly by our website, by Itinerary Carolus. And if you need all information to prepare your package, don't hesitate to contact us.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's quite a big distance you're covering. So is the best way to go by car?
Yes. Nowadays, our routes are designed to be by car, by secondary roads. But if you want to do hiking or cycling, we have parts of this route that are marked and prepared for that. You have all the information in the website too. The routes that are prepared with this part are the first route and the last route.
Okay.
You can do that.
And you got all the information. You got it in the web pagina we are seeing down the image. And
yes.
In a few weeks, when you go to this page, you will be directly referred to the new one.
Yes.
Okay, it's clear for me.
For me also. Another question we've been having is the time of the year to travel, right? Especially the inland part of the route can get really hot in summer. Would you recommend any time of the year for a certain route, or can we just do everything all through the year?
Really, I recommend all the year, because in Spain the weather is very good. But always we said, if you are going to travel to the south part of Spain, I recommended you in autumn or spring.
Right. Okay, good.
Understood.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. You have any questions?
Not at the moment, but perhaps they will come
let's
in a while.
We have more questions come in, Alicia, during the next presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So far.
Thank you. Volgende
en laatste
route. Vind ik jammer.
Ik ook.
Vind ik jammer. Maar er is vast heel veel meer te bezien en te bezoeken in Spanje. Ja. Dus hou die landingpage in de gaten. Want dit gaan we gewoon doorzetten. En dan met andere regio's, met andere producten. Maar we gaan eerst gaan we naar Encarnación. En zij is verantwoordelijk voor Caminos de Pasión. Dat is een route, niet zo'n lange route, in tegenstelling met Karel V. Die loopt in Andalusië, wel in het binnenland. Dus dan gaan wij kijken of Encarnación...
Hello.
Hello, Encarnación.
Hello, Rosa. Hello, Rosa and David. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, my name is Encarnación, and I'm very happy to be here with all of you today. Thank you very much to everyone who make it possible this opportunity to be here, especially to the Spanish Tourist Board in The Hague. I want to introduce you the route Caminos de Pasión in Andalusia, focus on the Baroque heritage, but also on traditions, culture, nature, and local way of living. For that, we've prepared this video that we are showing you next. And we are willing to see you on our route.
We will, for sure.
Caminos de Pasión is a cultural route located in the heart of Andalusia, between the provinces of Seville, Córdoba, and Jaén. It goes through the towns of Alcalá la Real in Jaén, Baena, Cabra, Lucena, Priego de Córdoba, and Puente Genil in Córdoba, and Carmona, Écija, Osuna, and Utrera in Seville. It is a non-profit organization run by local and regional tourist councils to promote and develop culture and nature-related tourism in the area. The route is well connected by plane with flights to Malaga and Seville, and is easily reachable by car via the main regional roads. The Caminos de Pasión route combines the history, artistic heritage, traditions, gastronomy, and nature from 10 landlocked towns. All of the Caminos de Pasión towns share one common feature. They all live for Easter week, during which locals fervently celebrate Easter traditions dating to the Baroque era. The towns invite you to discover their roots by meandering through their streets and squares, admiring the architecture which displays their magnificent historical heritage. Alcalá la Real is a town located in the province of Jaén. The town's most emblematic monument is the La Mota Fortress. Baena is a town located in the province of Córdoba, known for its high-quality olive oil. It also boasts a fantastic architectural heritage, particularly from the Roman period, especially the Torre Paredones Archaeological Park. Cabra is located in the geographical center of Andalusia. Baroque dominates the town's street and decorates its houses and churches. Carmona, a town located in the province of Seville, is one of the most important historic towns in Andalusia, given the number of times it was occupied through its history, including by the Romans and Moors. Écija, known as the town of towers and sunlight, is considered one of the most important artistic centers in the region due to its exceptional cultural heritage. Lucena, located in the province of Córdoba, is somewhat different from Andalusia's other historic towns due to its notable Jewish legacy. Osuna's origins date to circa 1000 before Christ, during the Tartessian era. By order of the Tellez Quirón family, the Duke of Osuna, a vast construction program was developed in the 16th century. Priego de Córdoba is located within the Sierras Subbéticas Natural Park. This town retains all the essence of its Moorish past in the Barrio de la Villa neighborhood. Puente Genil in the province of Córdoba, 19th century industrial architecture, is prominent on both sides of the river that crosses the town. Utrera, it is the cradle of many popular flamenco artists and also offers an exquisite cuisine, being known for its moustachion flat cakes. One of the most emblematic places in Utrera is the Sanctuary of Our Lady of Consolation. With regard to heritage, the towns are home to important museums, monuments, interpretation centers, and archaeological sites exploring different eras. Roman ruins like the Torre Paredones archaeological site in Baena, the Fuente Álamo Roman villa in Puente Genil, El Picadero archaeological site in Écija, or the necropolises in Osuna and Carmona. Andalusí architecture, including the Alcázar de la Puerta de Sevilla in Carmona, or the Barrio de la Villa neighborhood in Priego de Córdoba. Medieval castles with La Mota Fortress in Alcalá la Real, as well as others in Lucena, Priego de Córdoba, Cabra, and Utrera. Jewish heritage, including the necropolis in Lucena or the Jewish quarters in Carmona and Utrera. Important Renaissance buildings such as the Colegiata Church in Osuna or the Abbey Palace in Alcalá la Real. However, the most significant style is Baroque, which is predominant in most of the imposing palaces, beautiful churches, or hidden cloisters on the route, but also lives on in the town's Easter week's traditions. In addition to the rich cultural heritages, the Caminos de Pasión towns have stunning natural surroundings that are also worth exploring, like Sierras Subbéticas Natural Park in Córdoba or Serranía Suroeste Sevillana.
Landscapes are marked by olive trees in the countryside and the presence of some lagoons. Each town is set in a remarkable landscape with hiking trails leading to natural spaces. Vías verdes or greenways and the Great Trail are perfect for exploring the area by bike, horse or walking. There are also a host of nature-related activities like kayaking, paragliding or big watching.
About gastronomy, the route offers exquisite cuisine made up of authentic local produce. Extra virgin olive oil, wine, convent-produced traditional confectionery, king's cheese, cured meats, cheeses, etc.
Typical dishes made using popular recipes can be sampled in many excellent bar and restaurants. Many local companies offer food-related experiences, including olive oil tasting sessions, tours of wineries and vineyards, and different local farms like aloe vera plantations.
Easter week is one of the most important social, cultural, artistic, and religious forms of expression in Andalusia and Spain. All of the Caminos de Pasión towns share one common feature. They all live for Easter week, which is why they are included on this route.
Most locals participate in this religious festival, which is interpreted differently from town to town, depending on each one's particularities and characteristics. The town's brotherhoods organize impressive procession during Easter week, representing scenes from the Passion and the Death of Christ.
Different festivals take place all year round. Spring is particularly busy with ferias, Rutas de Mayo, and other religious festivals.
During the summertime, the towns make the most of cooler evenings with paid cultural agendas, including concerts, theater performances, and flamenco festivals.
There is a wide range of accommodation in the area, including historic, charming hotels, parador, hostels, even some motorhome parks.
Furthermore, there is a wide range of rural houses and holiday apartments as alternative options, and also the route comes with some motorhome parks.
We invite you to get to know this route that will show you the essence of Andalusia. We are already waiting for you.
Prachtig.
Super.
De passie wegen.
Spat er vanaf.
Ja. En karate, that's so wonderful. But I was
Thank
wondering,
you very much.
because you are talking in the video about cars, about caravans, but I don't think it's so such a long way. Can you walk it?
Can you repeat it again?
Can you do it walking, hiking? Because it doesn't seem so long.
No, it's not so long. The distance between the longest distance is 300 kilometers. So it's easy reachable by car, but also it counts now with some hiking trails that you can really do it. We are now working also in a great trail that will be ready in the end of the year, and then it will be possible to do the whole route walking. Really in hiking trails. Right now you can do it, but you can find also many motorways as secondary roads mainly.
Okay, but it's the whole distance is 300 kilometers.
Yeah. 300 kilometers.
Okay. When you got time enough, you can do it.
Yeah, but it looks like it's actually also a nice route to not just do it one day to the other, but spend a couple of days in between, right?
Yeah. You can do it like this. Also, we count with some greenways and it's possible to do some roads by bike too.
Okay.
Yes.
And no, what I was wondering, because you say the Holy Week is very important for these villages. I understand that that's the best time to visit this route, but it will be very crowded, or not?
Yeah, you are right, Rosa. It's like this. I would say that the Easter week celebration here is a way of life. It's active the whole year, because mostly the 80% of the population in these places, they take part of brotherhoods, and so they are active they organize many events all around the year. And especially I would say the Lent, the 40 days before Easter week is a very interesting time to really get into all these traditions. And it's also is quiet than Easter week. Of course, Easter week is really an experience you have to have because and it's good in our towns. It's easy. It's easy to really feel, because it's not so crowded as the big cities.
Okay.
So if someone can do it, I recommend it.
I think we need to go check it out next year.
Sure, it sounds very good. Accommodations, you got enough accommodations for people in the villages to stay?
Yeah, we have there are in 2 or 3 places, in 2 or 3 towns, we have bigger hotels for groups, but mostly you can find charming hotels and rural cottages, and it's better for individuals or smaller groups. But
Okay.
also for big groups, it works well in some points.
Unlike in the rest of the routes, I imagine when a travel agent or a tourist comes with questions that we can't answer from our office, we can always bring them in contact with you, of course.
Yes, of course. In our website, anyone can find an email and can write us for any information. And we will be glad to handle anything. Of course, in our website, it's everything as well. There is a lot of information about local experiences, lodgings, and even events also. But of course.
So we're always getting a lot of questions about motorhomes, for instance, right? Campers, like we call them. It was brought up in the video a couple of times that there is some nice places where you can actually bring your motorhome and just spend the night. So yes. You can do the whole route with your motorhome or camper.
Yes. Also in our website there is a section where you can find all the areas to park. There are like 8 very very well conditioned.
Okay, and there is a question coming in. Are they open the whole year?
The motor parks?
Yes?
Yes, the motor park. Yes, they are open. Yes.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah,
I think
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, let's go to Spain. We may travel now. So,
exactly, as of Saturday, right?
Yes. Thank you very much, Encarnación, for your lovely presentation.
Thank you very much.
You meet a lot of Dutch people there. I'm sure they will enjoy it, and not only the traditions, but the gastronomy, the people, the landscape. So much to enjoy about.
Ja, en het valt me toch elke keer op, nu ook weer, dat hoeveel informatie er niet alleen op de website te krijgen is, maar dat alle sprekers tot nu toe hebben gezegd, kom in contact met ons, stuur ons een mail of naar jullie en vogel die persoonlijke ervaring zeg maar uit wat voor iedereen het beste werkt. Hè. Had ik niet verwacht, want ik denk dat zijn routes heel druk en niemand heeft daar eigenlijk tijd voor. Volgens mij is dat de perfecte manier om je eigen reis te maken.
Ze zijn heel enthousiast, dus ja. Ik weet zeker dat als je met vragen komt of suggesties of kwesties voor je klanten of voor jezelf als toerist, zijn ze helemaal blij om te kunnen helpen.
Super. Ja.
Dus,
en een hoop informatie en die zullen we nodig hebben inderdaad om weer zoveel mensen blij te maken met de quiz. Die eigenlijk vanaf nu live staat op de website die zo nog in beeld komt. Thank you very much.
Thank you to you, David.
Wonderful presentation. En dat zijn de routes dan, hè?
Dat zijn de 5 routes, inderdaad.
Ja.
En stof genoeg om te fantaseren over je volgende vakantie in Spanje.
Ja, en wat we vaker hebben gezegd, het is nog vroeg in het jaar, dus dit is nog een perfecte tijd om dit jaar nog te plannen.
En anders in de herfst.
Ja,
dan hopen we dat ook de situatie veel rustiger is.
Beter is.
En dat wij gewoon van tevoren kunnen plannen zonder hinderingen.
Ja, heel leuk. Nou, dit waren de routes en ik denk dat we binnenkort weer terug zijn met andere onderwerpen. Want er is zoveel te vertellen en te laten zien. En dankjewel, Rosa.
Jij ook bedankt, David,
Dus,
voor al de steun, al die werk. En zeker iedereen die heeft gekeken of terug gaan kijken in onze YouTube-kanaal van de Spaanse evenementen. Wij zullen, zoals David zegt, terugkomen met andere regio's en andere onderwerpen. En hopen u ook blij te maken met al de informatie die wij nog hebben staan over Spanje als een perfecte vakantiebestemming.
Hartstikke bedankt, fijne avond, tot ziens, tot snel.
Tot ziens.